Bremont! Woo! New release time. Two for two in 2 days. We are here at, check my F91W, 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:07. Bremont has a new release, so let's talk about it. But first of all, I need to say, I'm not a watch expert. I'm just a big watch nerd. Terry thinks I'm an expert, but Terry can get beeped. So that means if you disagree with anything I say, if I get anything wrong, I'm open to have a discussion. I'm not pig-headed, and we can chat about it. So, what is this new Bremont release? It's new GMT diver. We like it. It's cool. Have you had a look at it yet, Terry? You haven't. Terry's shaking his head. He can't use his words this morning. Well, let's save what I think is the most interesting one for last. Let me say first, all of these watches are in the Supermarine line. So that is Bremont's range of dive watches, which we like dive watches. Dive watches are cool. All of these watches we'll be talking about are, it's not a new 40mm case, but they're 40mm case diameter using Bremont's trademarked triptych design. So it's got an upper layer, a middle layer, which is usually like black, and a bottom layer. It's actually really cool how they make them, actually. They like mill it out of a single block of steel for each one, and it's really cool. Sorry, I found out so many things when I did a Bremont factory tour. So first of all, we're going to talk about the new limited edition Bremont Supermarine 302. It's limited edition. It's grey with like sort of off-white numerals and everything, and it looks really cool. It's a bit vintagey. It's a little bit vintagey, and we like it. As I said, 40mm. It's got a nice GMT hand with a nice big red arrow on it. And interestingly for a dive watch, so it's got a unidirectional bezel, and all of these watches actually have the 24-hour track on the bezel, which is interesting for a dive watch. Some of them do it differently, but it's a full diver. Waterproof too, 300 meters, 50-hour power reserve, which is quite cool. And also, do you know what's interesting about these watches, Terry?
Tell me.
Do you know what's interesting about Bremont in general, Terry? Do you know COSC? It's essentially a certificate that a chronometer certified watch gets for a certain degree of accuracy and goes through loads of tests. It's a 15-day test cycle in like 5 different positions and 3 different temperatures. Bremont isn't allowed to get COSC because COSC is a Swiss standard. Bremont, too much of it is made in Britain for it to be able to do COSC, because they actually make movement parts, not all of the movements, but like the H1 movement, for example, that Bremont uses is British. It's a redesign of a Swiss movement, but it's made in Britain. This watch, instead of COSC, has ISO 3159, which is exactly the same standards as COSC, but can't get COSC because it's British. Anyway, back to the watch. It's got a date at 3. All of these watches do. Case diameter is 40mm. Case length, so the lug to lug, is 49. It's only 13mm thin. Lug width of 20mm, so you can literally... Bremont's really good for their straps. They make so many straps and they're all interchangeable between all the different strap options, which is really, really cool. They all have decorated case backs with like some sort of design on the back. Super luminova, as we'd expect. Domed anti-reflective, scratch-resistant crystal. This watch is as cool as it is. I really like the colouring. Oh, and it's £3,850, which is actually not bad. That's about in line with what you'd expect for a 300 or for a GMT diver from other brands. That's about what you'd be paying for a Tudor COSC certified dive GMT. So I'm not complaining. That's really, really cool. One issue with this watch though, limited to 400 pieces. It's not many. Yeah, limited to 400 pieces. So if you want one, get one. So that was it on the steel bracelet at £3,850. You can get it on a leather strap, which is actually really nice for 3,450. Or you can get it on a rubber, and I really like Bremont's rubber straps. They're really, really cool. At 3,450 again. So, which one would you choose? Tezza?
I'd probably go for rubber.
Fair enough. Next up, we have the same watch, but the Jet variant. So the Jet variant is the same watch in all black. DLC coated all black. I mean, it looks cool. It's on the rubber and the leather. It is £3,700, which is actually quite cool for an all black DLC coated watch. All these watches come with Bremont's standard 3-year warranty. Oh, into sales mode. I don't see anything about this watch being limited though. I don't think it's limited. Well, that's very cool. So if you want the black variant, £3,700 comes on either rubber or black leather. So get it. Come to me at my shop. I'm not going to tell you what shop that is. You just have to go to every single watch shop in the world and look for me. And hope I'm in that day. Okay? Cool. And finally is my favourite of the collection. Same.
The same.
It's the same watch, really. Instead of the off-white, it's just got like pearly white numerals and everything. It's got a blue dial instead of like a grey. It's got white lume and superluminova on the hour markers and the hands and everything. It's got the same GMT hand though, but with different coloured lume. Same triptych case design, which I really like the triptych case design. Wears very thick, but it does have some nice benefits. In 316L steel, which is nice. I don't know why I held my watch, because this is definitely not 316L steel. It's resin. Woo! But what's interesting, what's cool about this watch is it has a split colour bezel. That's never been done on a GMT before. Wow. Yeah, a GMT has never had a split colour bezel before. But have they ever had a blue and green split colour? These pictures, I've got hands-on with all of these watches, I'll be honest. These pictures do not do this bezel justice. All these bezels are ceramic. I need to add that. But the colour is actually really, it's really nice. In the pictures, it just looks quite dull, doesn't it? In person, though, it's actually really nice. It's actually, like, really vibrant. Now, it's a split colour bezel on a watch. On a GMT watch, we need to give it a name. I have a couple ideas. I think we should call it the Sprite. But the issue with that is the left-handed, really ugly Rolex GMT Master 2 left-handed one is called the Sprite, even though that's black and green. Sprite isn't black and green. Have you seen a Sprite can or anything recently? It's blue and green. Blue and green. Or, if people think I'm an idiot for that, we call it the Shamrock Juice. Throw up a picture of Shamrock Juice right here. It's like greeny and then bluey, and it's cool. It's quite a long name. Maybe it's not very catchy, but I think we call it the Shamrock Juice. I'm a cool dude. And if you haven't watched it yet, you need to watch yesterday's video about the new release from Studio Underdog, because that's actually a really lovely watch. It's really nice. I think the design is awesome. I've been thinking about it and the design's awesome. Just like these, I really like the design. I just think it's too expensive. But this Bremont, I really like it. It's a shame that colorway is limited edition. I'd really like to see that widely available. Bremont loves their limited editions. But they're making 400, so if you want one, I mean, that's like 4% of an annual production run for them, dedicated to one limited edition watch. That's quite a lot. They make about 10,000 watches a year currently, which is quite a good number. The price of this new Sprite, that's what we're calling it, on steel is £3,650. On leather or rubber, it's £3,250. I really like it. I think it looks like a great watch. Great feature set with the 300 meters water resistance, 40mm really nice triptych case design. It's ISO something certified, so same parameters as COSC. Nice GMT hand with the GMT hour track on the bezel. Nice bezel. Yeah, I just think it's a really solid looking watch. I'm happy. I'm happy with this release. Well done, Bremont. You're a good brand and we like you. You're trying new things, even if I don't completely identify with your design language. I think it's very contemporary, but I don't always like it. I like the fact this is 40mm though. Make a 38 and I'll get it. Okay, that's my promise. If you make a 38mm watch, I'll buy one. I want more 38mm. I don't want another 40 plus in my collection, okay? What do you think of this watch? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Could you not care less because it's Bremont? Let me know in the comments down below, not the description. And remember guys, whether you're doing something or doing nothing today, watch yourselves.